Why was a rookie police officer assigned to hunt the cannibal? Because all the more seasoned officer had already been eaten. Welcome to Shave and Butcher. I was going to shave today with this one, Stella Alpina from Saponificio Varesino. It's a luxury soap. It's delicious. It has extracts of actual Edelweiss, which is what Stella Alpina is called in German, but the scent's gone and I'm gutted. Yeah, the scent's gone. It smells like cardboard. How old is it? 5 years maybe? There's lots of it left. I've shaved a lot with it, but it's gone. So instead, it's going to be a bit of a French shave. This is Martin de Candre's Vetiver. Yeah, that still smells very nice. Razor is Thierry Sard, Loup et Bellier. And the brush is made by, hang on, gotta rinse out the cardboard scent. This is a boar brush. It's a Simogue something made by Grey Dog, and it has a handle in oak from Grey Dog's own garden. So yeah, I think it's only the second soap or something where that's ever happened to me. I really hope this one won't go bad. This is rock hard stuff. I always say don't load too heavy with the Martin de Candre. Oh, it smells so good, but I'm going to load quite heavy anyway. You can do just 10 swirls and that's enough. I made plenty more. Oh, yeah, second ever soap only where that's happened. That's too bad. I think I've kept it okay. You know, I let it dry. It's never been moldy or anything. It's such a shame. Made me a bit stressed now that I have so many soaps and some will go bad before I use them all. So maybe I should do a bit of a thinning of the whole setup. Get rid of some soaps, sell them, give them away, whatever. Maybe I should do that because it's ridiculous, and I don't even have the most soaps. Some people have the more soaps than I do in a big way. It's just, you know, it's hard to stop buying, but you need to, it's ridiculous to have soap around or any gear really, which isn't purely collectibles, where you don't use it. That's, well, I was going to say that's silly, but I know a lot of you, including myself, have it like that. So of course, I'm not going to call anyone silly, but it's a bit of a shame. Hardware is one thing, because that stuff never goes away really, but software, soaps, aftershaves, balms in particular, will go bad after a while, or at least lose its scent. This one is still powerful, the Martin de Candre. There are quite a few scents, but you know, too, you talk about a soap that is never gonna die on you. I mean, I don't know anyone who's ever used up a whole container of Martin de Candre. It's almost impossible. And they cost quite a bit of money, but you get so many shaves in a container, it's ridiculous. Ridiculoso. So, for me, Martin de Candre is a nice luxury soap. Quite often I don't master a really good lather. It's usually too dry, so I'm trying to add quite a bit of water here. Sorry. Tastes okay though. Yeah, that looks fine. It's not as good as some of the leathers you make really easily. But it's good enough. It's not going to change the shave at all. And it's nice. It's a luxury. And it's this one, the vetiver, smells beautifully. So French shave. I don't have a French brush or aftershave, but it's Frenchish. Yep, and we're off to France tomorrow. All going well. Come on. I'm still scared of cutting the nose. Got a blemish there, it's gonna bleed. So comes off the blade nicely, so that's good enough. But to make it perfect, you have to spend a bit more time than I did to get all the bubbles out. So it's not the easiest. But as you can see, you know, it looks pretty good. Pretty good razor too. Thierry Isard, but made from English steel from Sheffield. I don't know if all TIs are like that, but this one is. So have you purchased any Westman shaving soaps yet? Come on, you should. It's good stuff. You know, it very quickly has become one of my favorite artisans. And as I said, I don't even know the guy who makes them. So, purely based on the soaps, tis a favorite. But anyway, we're not talking about that, we're talking about Matin de Cendre, which is good stuff as well. And just because it isn't super easy to get a perfect lather, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm really happy with that. But it does require, for me, slightly more time to get it to perfect. Really, the only thing, my only complaint, and this is not about the soap, it's about the lather which I made, is that you get a few bubbles in it. Who cares, right? Who cares? Well, I do a little bit. Clearly. Oh, this razor is brilliant. My only Thierry Isard. I look sometimes for vintage. And there aren't many. They're hard to find, at least good ones. I haven't looked in a while, but that could be interesting. I don't know how old the old are, if they're even old, because they're still being made. I purchased this one secondhand, but the guy I bought it from had never used it. I heard another Putin story. Maybe it's disrespectful to make Putin jokes. But hey, when we're really respectful. So, Putin is, traveling somewhere. I get a feeling I'm gonna ruin this one. Putin is traveling somewhere, and the customs officers asks him occupation. Putin says, no, just visiting. Not so funny if you are in Ukraine, maybe. But it's funny because it's not officially a war. It's a special operation. Yeah, I can never go to Russia now. Call it a war. I'm sure they're listening to. They've heard that the worst bad guys are in the wet shaving industry. So that's what they're listening to on YouTube. See what we're saying, see what we're up to. You know, if you call the war a war in Russia, you get 15 years prison. And still people do it. Not enough though. I mean, how the hell can you... Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's talk about other stuff. So, the biggest news in Sweden today, literally the only big news, was that the big cinema company, and they almost have a monopoly, crazy, almost have a monopoly on theaters for films, for movies. You know, they've been struggling because no one's been going to movies for 2 years. Yeah, good shave. And now finally people are able to. Then they come out and say, I'm going to do an alum today because it's here. And then they come out and say, oh, you're welcome back after a pandemic and restrictions. And by the way, you can't bring your own soda or candy to the cinema shops anymore. You have to buy ours. And some of the stuff is 3 times more expensive in the cinema than around the corner in the shop. Naturally there's an outcry, and it's on the news and it's being debated, and those guys are getting slaughtered. Yeah, we'll see if they stick. I haven't been to the cinema in years. Apparently it's atrociously expensive. What do we use as an aftershave? We're going to use Urban Viking from OSP, Obsessive Soap Perfectionist, and this is inspired by, or a copy from, Eau Sauvage, or just Sauvage from Dior. Smells nice anyway. Could have done an vetiver. Yeah, shit. Could have done that, but I didn't. Anyways, that was a pointless shave, wasn't it? I hope you didn't watch it all the way until now. Well, if you did, God bless and thank you. That's it. See you soon. Stay sharp.